Hey guys, despite what the thumbnail may look like, I did actually read more than 2 books this month. So, first thing I read was Cinder by Marissa Meyer, and that's because my friend suggested that I should read it, and I figured I was coming back to uni, so I might as well read it so I could talk to her about it. I really enjoyed it, and everyone says that this one is like the worst one in the series and that it gets better from there, so like I'm excited for the rest of them. Cinder is about a cyborg named Cinder who lives in like New Beijing. It takes the story of Cinderella and changes it for a new world, and it was just really cool. It was really interesting. I loved the character Cinder. I thought she was really good, and I did like the whole storyline and setting as well. I did like the world that had been built. I do really want to read more of it, but like I'm back at uni now, so I can't. So I did guess the plot twist like halfway through the book. I wish I'd made a note of like the actual page when I was like, is it gonna be this? But then again, like that's not always a bad thing in a book, but it's nice to guess it and then have it come true. The next thing I read was Somebody's Husband, Somebody's Son by Gordon Byrne. This is the story of Peter Sutcliffe, and it's a non-fiction story of Peter Sutcliffe, so it literally just lays down the facts for you. So it's not biased. Ooh, it's getting naked. I can't get that up. There we go. So it's not biased or anything. It literally just tells you this is the man that was Peter Sutcliffe. This is what he ended up doing. This is what happened after he was caught. You know, it was very, here's the information if you want to know more about the man. And it was interesting. Only thing I have to say is that I felt like it repeated itself a lot. So it would tell you like one bit of information, and then the next chapter it would like reiterate it, and I'm like, I know, you literally just told me. So I feel like maybe they don't expect you to read this all in like one go, because I don't know, I just felt like it was repeating itself a bit as if I'd forgotten it. Then I read Blow Your House Down by Pat Barker. This is like a fictionalised story of Peter Sutcliffe, but based around the victims. So it's about a group of prostitutes, and some of like their group starts to get murdered. I don't know, I don't think I like this one. It's basically split into 3 parts, and it follows a different prostitute, but I felt like the parts didn't get finished up. Like some stories were just kind of left hanging, and I was like, well, what's happening with that character now? We've left them behind, but there's no ending. The storyline was interesting though. I mean, I guess it's good to get a different perspective on such a horrible thing. I guess like maybe don't read this if you don't like things too graphic, because some of the descriptions of what happened were quite whoa, okay. Overall, okay. I did not like this one as much. Then I read a collection book that I don't own, and in it was 3 stories. The first story in it was Utopia by Thomas More, which is, I found it so slow. It was literally 108 pages and it took me so long to get through it. It's basically this guy, Raphael, my god, that's not how you pronounce that. Basically this guy, Raphael, telling more about this utopian society that he's found, and it literally just lays out different sections of their society. So like, this is what this was like, this is what this was like, blah 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 blah. And they were just like, I don't know, it just felt kind of slow because it didn't really have like a storyline. It was just, here are some things and I'm going to describe them. The next thing I read in that collection was New Atlantis by Francis Bacon. This one I preferred, probably because it was like half the length, so I read it in no time at all. And it was basically like the same idea, this person describing a utopian society that they found, but this time it like had a plot. So like this person was on a ship and they stumbled across it and blah blah blah. So like that one felt a bit more story-ish. And the last book in the book thing that I read was The Isle of Pines by Henry Neville, and I liked this one because it was about a utopian society that was created thanks to some survivors of a shipwreck having to repopulate. That was interesting. I liked that. That was good. And again, I liked that one as well because it had more of like a storyline than the first one. And yeah, that's everything I read in September. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and all that stuff, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.